Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is the moment of the press review, the grid zoom on the political, economic, social, and cultural news of Africa on your favorite television, Africa TV. Africa seen differently. In the lead up to our review, let's go to Cameroon. Public finances, the fuel subsidy, and the preparation of the 2020 budget titled Economy this morning. The Daily Report tells us about Paul Tazon's heartfelt appeal for those displaced by the English crisis. Indomitable Lions, Clarence Seedorf and Patrick Kluivert fired title Le Jour. According to the newspaper, this decision is contained in a statement of the president of FECAFOOT yesterday, 16 July 2019. On the same subject, Mutation wants to know if the two Dutchmen are the only ones to blame. Following the African Cup of Nations in Egypt, the coach and his deputy were fired yesterday. The following on page 13, 14, and 15 of your newspaper. Public debt. Echo Matin reveals that the structure of the debt protection sheet has been almost identical for several years and dominated by the debt contracted with China, the outstanding amount of which represents about 30% of the external debt. The newspaper stated that this has increased by more than 37% in less than 2 years due to, among other things, disbursement on budget support obtained under the current economic and financial program. West Africa. In Ivory Coast, 30% quota of women in elected assemblies. Women must be allowed to play the leading roles, reveals Fraternité Matin this day. According to the newspaper, the bill was adopted in committee at the National Assembly. In Benin, political dialogue, the head of state's proposals to the parties, titled the daily newspaper La Nation. According to the newspaper, it is the end of the recreation. Always in Benin, the Daily Matinal informs us of the meeting between the head of state and political representatives. According to the newspaper, there is a decisive step towards dialogue. A reminder to God of Ousmane Tanor Dieng, what remains of the Socialist Party. Published the Daily Wolf Quotidien. The following to be read exclusively on page 2, 3, and 4 of the newspaper. In Nigeria, the Daily Trust informs us that President Muhammadu Buhari said yesterday that the successes in the degradation of terrorists in the northeast of the country will be extended to various regions of the country. The president also stated that criminals have taken advantage of the focus on the northeast to commit crimes in other parts of the country. Always in Nigeria, the Daily Sweet Crude informs us that Nigeria earned 3.92 billion naira from oil exports in 3 months. The Punch reveals, go back to the north now. The elders of the north, the young people order Fulani shepherds in the south. According to the newspaper, government of the south and the leader statement endanger the lives of Fulani herders. In Kenya, President Uhuru Kenyatta has delegated the chairmanship of the weekly cabinet meeting to the Secretary of the Interior Cabinet, Fred Matiang'i, writes the daily newspaper Star. In Zimbabwe, the Herald reveals that the government approved a duty exemption on solar equipment and allowed mining companies to source energy directly from the Southern African power pool. In Angola, the World Bank increased the volume of the project portfolio for Angola to a total of $2.52 billion. Following the executive board's approval of a new financing package for the country totaling $1.32 billion, published the daily Journal de l'Angola. The newspaper stated that the figures will be applied to 3 structuring initiatives, namely the project to strengthen the social protection system, the budget support operation, and the BETA project. In South Africa, Business Day talked about the Public Investment Corporation loan to former trade union leader and businessman Jayendra Nedo to buy Steinhoff shares, which ultimately led to the asset manager losing nearly 12 billion rand, was designed to influence the governance of the global furniture manufacturer and distributor. The former President Zuma created a rift in the party by accusing the Inquiry Commission that some members were spies of apartheid, but analysts agree that this is an attempt to divide attention, reveals the newspaper Citizen. I don't know right to wait on the same subject. According to the newspaper, these are the usual answers of former President Jacob Zuma when asked about Gupta's influence on his government at the State Capture Commission. The daily newspaper Cape Times writes about the fallout at All Noor Woodstock. Orphanage continued after the second arrest of a senior executive accused of assault, sexual assault, and sexual manipulation of a child. The newspaper also talked about condolence flowed across the country following the news of the death of award-winning musician Johnny Clegg yesterday. We fence this press review with this last information. Hospital horror. Patients talk about their pain and despair as they wait for medical care, reveals the Daily Dispatch. According to the newspaper, 26 patients, many of whom have broken or dislocated bones or wounds to the flesh, are lying on the floor. Benches are stretchers in the corridor and waiting room of the broader hospitals. They desperately waited for 6 days in one case for a bed in the orthopedic ward of the East London Hospital. Thank you for following us. Thank you for your loyalty. Subscribe to the channel and like the video. Goodbye.